American economy is in shambles, but we're at war. What's really going on? At a time when American households are battling historic levels of debt, inflation continues to eat into paychecks, and homelessness and unemployment are climbing in major cities, the U.S. government is pouring billions of dollars into foreign wars. To the average citizen struggling with rent, groceries, and gas prices, the question is obvious. Why are we funding wars abroad when the American economy is collapsing at home? This contradiction, domestic economic crisis, alongside aggressive foreign military engagement, has left many wondering whether the United States government has lost sight of its priorities. What is truly going on behind the scenes? Who benefits? And what are the consequences of such reckless and unsustainable decisions? Economic chaos on the home front. To understand the gravity of the moment, let's begin with the state of the American economy. Consumer debt. As of 2025, American household debt has surpassed $18 trillion, including record levels of credit card and student loan debt. Many Americans are surviving paycheck to paycheck while default rates quietly rise. Housing crisis. Rental prices remain unaffordable in most urban areas. Homelessness is rising, not just among individuals with substance issues or mental illness, but also among working families and veterans. Inflation and cost of living. While government reports may claim inflation is cooling, the reality at grocery stores and gas stations tells a different story. Essentials like food, fuel, and rent are still painfully expensive. Job market illusion. While unemployment numbers may appear steady, many jobs are part-time, low-paying, or gig-based. Layoffs in the tech sector, retail, and logistics are mounting. Americans are overworked, underpaid, and exhausted. And yet, amidst this economic turmoil, Congress continues to approve massive military spending bills and foreign aid packages without blinking an eye. War as a distraction or a strategy. So, what wars are we talking about? Proxy wars. The United States remains deeply involved in multiple proxy wars, including continued funding of Ukraine in its war with Russia, and now potentially backing Israel in its conflict with Iran or Hezbollah. Tensions with China. The U.S. is ramping up military presence in the South China Sea, hinting at a future confrontation with China over Taiwan. Middle East escalation. With drone strikes, secret operations, and military deployments, the U.S. is again knee-deep in Middle Eastern conflicts under the guise of defense and stability. Many Americans ask, what do these conflicts have to do with us? The answer lies not in morality, but in money and global control. The military-industrial complex in full force. The U.S. military-industrial complex, a term coined by President Dwight D. Eisenhower, refers to the powerful network of defense contractors, lobbyists, and government agencies who profit immensely from war. Every bomb dropped, every tank shipped, every base established represents billions in revenue for corporations like Lockheed Martin, Raytheon, Boeing, and General Dynamics. While small businesses close their doors across the country, these war-profiteering corporations are seeing record profits. Congress, in return, receives millions in donations from their lobbyists. It's a vicious cycle. Americans suffer while defense contractors get richer. Why fund wars while Americans starve? There are several reasons why the U.S. government continues to engage in foreign wars despite economic collapse at home. Global dominance. America's empire is not built on kindness. It's built on military bases, oil control, and regime change. Wars protect these interests. Distraction from domestic failure. War is often used as a political distraction. Economic collapse, mass layoffs, political scandals shift the news cycle with a foreign threat. Debt-based economy. War spending is debt-funded. The Federal Reserve prints money, banks collect interest, and politicians can keep up appearances. But the national debt grows exponentially, now over $35 trillion. Elites don't suffer. The people who make decisions about war and military budgets are not the ones who lose their homes or miss meals. The elite class profits. Everyone else pays the price. The cost of misplaced priorities. Every dollar spent on war is a dollar not spent on education, infrastructure, healthcare, or small business recovery. The consequences are visible. Crumbling cities. Infrastructure in major cities is falling apart. broken roads, failing schools, overwhelmed hospitals. Mental health crisis. Americans are burned out, anxious, depressed, and over-medicated. Generational hopelessness. Young Americans are postponing marriage, home ownership, and even having children because they simply cannot afford it. Social division, political polarization, and racial tension are exacerbated by economic desperation and media manipulation. The empire is crumbling from within, and yet our leaders pretend we still have the resources to police the world. A reckoning is coming. History tells us that empires collapse not just from foreign enemies, but from within. Rome didn't fall because of outside invasion alone. It rotted from internal decay, corruption, overspending, and the burden of endless wars. America may be on a similar path. The working class is waking up. Veterans are questioning the value of the wars they fought. Students are questioning the debt they carry. Citizens are beginning to understand that while they struggle, politicians play war games with their future. Conclusion, bring it home. America doesn't need another war. It needs healing. It needs leaders who will fix the roads instead of bombing another nation. It needs schools, not missiles. Jobs, not drones. Community investment, not global conquest. The question isn't whether we can afford to stay out of war. The question is, can we afford not to? Because if we don't correct course, the next battle won't be overseas. It will be right here at home, fought not with guns, but with hunger, homelessness, and hopelessness. Let history not say we were too busy fighting others to save ourselves.